President Donald Trump's signature second-term legislation, the One Big Beautiful Bill, faces serious trouble in the United States Senate as a growing number of Republican lawmakers signal their opposition, putting the bill's future in doubt. At least 6 Republican senators have either come out against the bill or are undecided. With all Democratic senators firmly opposed, Republicans can only afford to lose 2 of their own if the legislation is to pass. United States Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky and United States Senator Thom Tillis of North Carolina have already announced they will vote no, citing what they describe as unchecked spending and a betrayal of conservative fiscal values. The White House is now scrambling to shore up support from other key lawmakers. One of the most closely watched votes is that of United States Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. Murkowski has raised concerns about how the bill would impact her state, particularly a provision that shifts the cost burden of nutrition assistance programs from the federal government to individual states. She is pushing for Alaska to be fully exempted from the change, warning that rural communities could suffer without federal support. Meanwhile, a bloc of conservatives, including United States Senator Rick Scott of Florida, United States Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, United States Senator Mike Lee of Utah, and United States Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming, is demanding a vote on an amendment that would dramatically cut Medicaid spending by overhauling the federal reimbursement formula. Ron Johnson has said his final decision will depend on whether the amendment passes. However, such deep Medicaid cuts could turn away moderate Republicans and House lawmakers from districts that rely heavily on the program, putting the legislation in further jeopardy. Another pivotal voice is United States Senator Susan Collins of Maine. Collins is reportedly crafting an amendment that would raise taxes on high-income earners by restoring pre-2017 tax rates. She is also pushing for a larger financial cushion for rural hospitals expected to be hit hard by the Medicaid reductions. The growing list of demands has made it increasingly difficult for Senate Majority Leader Steve Daines of Montana to forge consensus. Republican leadership is now under pressure to find last-minute compromises that won't fracture their already slim majority. Still, with a vote expected later this week, President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill is hanging by a thread, threatened not by Democrats, but by dissent within his own party. The outcome will likely define the direction of his second term and reshape the Republican Party for years to come.